Press the button. Things are moving. They're going. We might even be there. And we're live. Hello, everybody. I totally knew we were live and when exactly we were live. And that's the fun of YouTube. Bad Beef is first on the comments and pizza's here. So we have bad beef and pizza. Put them together. There's a place on the Lower East Side I'd like to send you guys. Hello, Bad Beef, says pizza. I think we're ready to start.
I think it's everything Myq can't eat, right?
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Keith and the... Please,
no.
Myq.
I can eat some pizza. That's all. You said my name. It seemed like you were inviting me to talk, but
And probably beef too, right? What's the best beef going today? Tofu?
I mean, that's to some people that is bad beef.
That's
bad
impossible.
Beef. That's right.
All right, here we go. Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
I'm Chemda.
Myq Kaplan. Hello, Myq.
I'm Myq Kaplan.
Everybody loves Myq Kaplan.
Hello.
Is that true?
I don't know.
Who do you think doesn't like you?
John McPartland.
There you go. Chemda, you don't follow football, of course, but if I said the New York Jets, what comes to mind? New
York, green. They must have won something at some point. Giants comes also. A jet airplanes. I feel like I'm failing. What's happening?
The New York Jets. Our friend Brother Love follows the Jets. Is disappointed every single season, but not necessarily surprised. And I thought maybe that would ring a bell. But anyway, they hired Aaron Rodgers, the Green Bay Packers winning quarterback. He's going to be the new quarterback for the Jets.
That's so great. What a good piece of news.
I thought football already started.
What do you mean? It did. And he's the new quarterback for the Jets.
Like now after one game, or like do they swap in mid-season?
Yeah, he'll go back to Green Bay every so often. It could be very confusing. You hope he doesn't try to sabotage one of the teams, but no, he moved from Green Bay to New York.
For this season. This is his first season, or he already did a couple of Packers or Green Bays, and now he's moving to the Jets. Did he start with the Jets?
So we're done with your guesses. I'm just going to tell you. All right. So New York Jets has a new quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, $75 million guaranteed for 2 years.
What?
Guaranteed. If he gets an injury and can't play, he gets $75 million still.
I hope that doesn't happen.
Oops. Day one, it just happened yesterday. Jets are a real bad sign for New York City. I'll tell you that. Worst things that ever happened involve Jets. He tore his Achilles. He is out for the rest of the season. First game. He didn't. There were like 4 snaps. He didn't even throw the ball once.
Stop it. But they still won?
They happened to win. The backup quarterback got it done, but he doesn't have what it takes for the whole season.
Does he get $75 million also?
He's upset he has to work now. It's like, shit, I still would have got paid whatever I get paid. Now I got to actually play.
You know,
can you come back from an Achilles heel, or forever that's an Achilles
Not this
heel?
season, at least.
But you can walk. This isn't a permanent damage to him and his body.
Correct. He'll still be able to sell insurance or something later on in life.
He'll die eventually.
I don't know. His doctor's Joseph Rogan. And,
okay.
He might be able to keep him going.
I just feel like this is going to be his Achilles heel.
Hello.
Wait a second.
Hello. And then you said the New York Giants, the other New York team, they lost to the Cowboys 40-0. This is some city we got.
That seems so strange because I feel like a Giant could easily stamp out a Cowboy.
Well,
Myq, I tried betting with that kind of logic. It kind of honestly it goes 50-50. So you could be right next time you guess that stupidly.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But like, do you say though?
But you'll definitely piss Keith off. Look at his face. Look how upset he is that he brought up football with us. Look at that.
You could just it's not healing so fast, and you still get your $75 million and less brain damage.
How do you think he feels? Do you think he feels good or less good? Probably hurts.
I'm sure they have special needles and pain medication for him.
Keith, if somebody said to you, I'll give you 70. Okay.
Done.
But you also have AIDS.
No. Just an Achilles heel rupture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I
didn't
would
know how
take-
far we were.
Yes, for an Achilles heel rupture, I would take $75 million. Yes.
75 million. Yeah. Name other things. I might take two. I don't know why I'm upping this. I'm a bad negotiator. So, but if an Achilles heel is fixable, and he's got doctors that want to fix him. It's not doctors that work on us where it's like, well, I guess you're not going to run anymore. But I want to. Want is different. This guy needs to run, so we're going to make him run. Oh, but if you could fix him where he can run, why can't you fix me where you're not that important? That's the doctor's visit. I'm reenacting.
I'd blow Tyson for 75 million. I don't know how your life is going over there, Mike, but good for you.
I mean, yeah, I'd probably do that.
See, it's a lot of money.
I mean, if he was,
well, if you guys would blow people for 75 million, I'm owed. What the fuck? Congratulations. You would blow someone for 75 million. I bet you do it for half too, a quarter.
Okay, you want to do it? Okay.
Okay.
Done, deal.
Would you guys blow someone for $5 million?
Would I I just been asked, would I twist my knee for $75 million? But okay, what was your blowjob question?
You went blowjob.
I just want to be clear.
We can
It's a
keep
lot of
going.
money.
Football. This is what football talk is like, right?
I would do it for a ham sandwich. Those are, I hate cooking so much. So, oh well. I'm reading about a couple that had tried to conceive. A Chinese couple tried to conceive, have a baby. For the last 4 years, they couldn't figure out what they're doing wrong.
Oh no!
They go to the doctor, and the doctor goes, "Oh, I'm checking here, and technically you're a virgin. Do you know what sex is?" And they explain what sex is, and they believe it's through the asshole that you have a baby.
No. Are we playing two truths and a lie? This one.
4 years of marriage, and neither the husband nor wife knew how to get pregnant. 24 and 26 years old.
Well, that's just goes to show you the state of sex and health education in this country of China.
The obstetrician realized something was awry after the woman claimed that intercourse was unusually painful
in her butt.
But she powered through, hoping to get pregnant.
That's strange that she said it's unusually painful because what is she comparing it to?
Right. Well, maybe in movies, nobody's crying all the time.
Or maybe she has friends and she's like, does it really hurt a lot in your butt when you have sex? And they're like, no,
but
not as
4
much.
4 years, daily, they're having sex. It's always the asshole. Is he going to even appreciate the vagina? Is that going to be like a cavern?
Hey, who called the news?
Why? I guess the obstetrician, because they're not saying these people's names. Because I mean you don't tell anybody this happened to you, right?
I feel like do they not have the same doctor-patient confidentiality that, I guess if they're not revealing names, but that seems, wow.
But you still say where your office is and their ages are 24 and 26, and they're the two dumbest people in town. You can figure it out.
Oh boy.
I don't understand. What does foreplay look like with them? Is he licking her butthole?
The oral's the butt. Everything's the butt. And the front's for the pee.
Do you think that she does butt stuff to him? No, because that's no.
The guy can't get pregnant, Hemda.
Right. And you're only doing butt stuff to get pregnant.
They don't seem too smart, Hemda. The experience prompted her to inspect this obstetrician to inspect the woman's anus and discovered that was torn the fuck up. Okay.
That can't be what the document says.
They have a different journalistic integrity over there.
Fair enough.
It is uncommon for people to lack or have misconceptions regarding sexual. It is not uncommon for people to lack or have misconceptions regarding sexual knowledge at the obstetrician.
Yeah. Okay. I understand that, but both of them coming into a relationship going, and now we conceive, and they're both guiding to the butt.
How would you know until you know it?
Also, number one, just like to hang a lantern on that sentence had misconceptions in it. People have misconceptions. That's what's going on here. And yeah, it makes sense that in a world with 8 billion people, in a country of 1 billion people, there's probably other people out there who aren't in the news. There's probably people reading that article that are like, oh, not the butt. Okay, good. And like, we were kind of dodged a bullet there that we're not in that paper right now. Like, I mean, even in our country, I feel like, America is like very, there's like aspects that are sex positive. There are many aspects that are sex negative, but our culture is very sex focused. Like, I feel like there's a lot of like sexuality and sex is in the news and the media. And I feel like I don't know what it's like in China, but maybe it's not like it is here.
I get what you're saying, but in 4 years, a couple might have tried the butt. In 4 years, they didn't try the vagina.
You didn't Google anything? Like Google.
I don't know what you're Googling.
How I'm having trouble making a baby. Then they'll explain sperm from a penis and they'll explain the vagina.
Yeah, this is really, it's really hard to believe that there's 4 years of this with 2 adults and they didn't even like consider the other hole. We're out here considering other holes.
Okay, maybe the guy doesn't really want a baby and he's like,
honestly, that would make so much more sense that he convinced her that this is how sex is done. And she was like, well, it sounds painful.
And he did his best Montel Jordan. He's like, this is how we do it,
Then they did have sex with the vagina. No, we follow.
Hello? Okay.
Yeah, no, we got you.
Just want to make sure the mic was on.
The headphones cut out.
Oh, Mike, you're on.
Went across. Yeah. Everybody heard it? It was
they did it with the vagina, and then she did get pregnant.
Oh, congratulations.
But this kid would have to be so stupid, though.
It's a miracle.
Right?
Well, he's going to know one thing for sure.
Like can't you? It seems like that's one of those places where they would ban you from having a baby, right?
I mean,
weren't they the ones who did ban babies?
They did for a time have a only one child. This
baby.
Is the only one. I mean, maybe they don't have that policy anymore. So
well, reenact the policy for that.
4 more years.
Like
4 more years.
You want to give people a test to have a kid. I'm sure that's controversial for some reason, but I don't see here how they didn't fail the test and they are now banned from making babies. You're not going to get an Einstein coming out of that.
I mean,
you never know. Dummies have the smartest babies sometimes. It's pretty incredible. You don't know what happens in that moment of conception. I don't know. Sometimes it's unbelievable, but it doesn't matter
true.
because this story is not true. I call foul play or something. I don't know what to call on this, but I would like an update in 4 years where she finds out that he's been doing all this other shit and he never wanted a baby to begin with. And it was all his idea. This is so stupid that it's so unbelievable.
You're a kid, you're growing up, and your mom tries to give you advice, but like she's the asshole mom. Like, Mom, how about I give you advice? You fucking idiots.
You know what I like about this, Chemda, is how much faith you have in the human intellect. That you're like, I cannot believe. You're like, no, there's no way in the world that people could be this uninformed. You have real faith in humanity.
I like how you're using the word uninformed and not just stupid as fuck.
I'm trying to have less faith, but it's going to hinder my gratitude minute. So it's a little tricky to do, but I get what you're saying. It just seems like at some point in time, we all figured out sex before our parents were telling us about it, before like penises found vaginas. And I know that's not the only sex we have, but we found how to make a baby before we were informing each other. These people didn't find it in 4 years in a modern life. What was that movie where it was the Blue Lagoon?
Mm-hmm. Even they knew. They grew up in a jungle and they figured it out. It's kind of a magnet. The vagina kind of reels in the penis. And that didn't happen in 4 years is odd.
Something's up.
I think we all agree that it is anomalous.
I want to know what they do for a living.
Does it say in the article?
Yeah, it's just none of my business. That's personal.
Fair enough.
No, it doesn't say. But God, I would love to know.
What if they live with their parents still?
What if they're doctors themselves?
Stop, I just lost my breath.
What if they're in the politics? Like, whatever you're into, you're fired. If you're fired. I don't care what you do. If you work for me, you're fired. I'll find a loophole in the law. This
Oh,
is
I actually have.
dumb.
I just here. I found what they do. They are
Oh.
Keith and the Girl interns.
Oh no, they're fired.
Yeah.
This is stupid.
And neither here nor there, we have an opening for internship. So just email info@keithandthegirl.com.
Let us know how you have sex. And
No,
Let
how
us
you
know.
have babies. I don't
Yeah.
care how you have sex. You can have sex
Right.
whatever way. How
right,
do you have a
but
baby?
But the answer better include sex.
Tell us if you want a baby and if you are making one, and if you don't want one, and if you're not. Just as long as it matches up.
These people better not have any thoughts on abortion. I don't want to hear it
Right.
from them at all. They don't know how to make babies. You don't talk about abortion. Sorry.
I mean, I don't know why that's not like farther ahead on the Republican platform, because like if you want there to be fewer abortions, more anal sex is a great way
Mhm.
to decrease the amount of abortions.
A gender reveal in Mexico turned deadly when a stunt plane that showed one of those stupid colors, it happened to be a girl, so did pink, crashed. The pilot died. Airplane was coming by, gonna go, here's the color's pink. Everybody goes, yay, it's a girl. And then the wing, and then I don't know if he pulled up too fast or what, but the left wing broke
What?
and
Oh my
crashed and died. And they showed there's also a cannon that was set to go off at the same time with the color pink, and they think the cannon might have hit somehow the plane.
Why are they working cannons and planes at the same time?
It's you have
That's
to
not
have the
how you
best
make a
gender
baby
reveal.
either.
It's
That is
very
not-
it's a very important baby.
Let me. Well, at least now we know a baby has a vagina. I'm so glad. I don't know what we're doing with that information ever, but thank you.
On the
Uh,
ground, the attendees seemed unaware of the terrifying ordeal unfolding in the sky. Authorities found the pilot lying in the wreckage of the plane near the party after a concerned partygoer called for help. So here it says they didn't seem to know, but then it says they went on with their day. Paramedics rushed the pilot to the hospital where he died. Someone
I-
said, just a regular person said, look carefully at the timing of the sudden upward movement. It's exactly coincides with the CO2 cannon firing on the ground. It seems to me that the aircraft was literally blasted out of the sky.
That's bad. I don't want to get too controversial here, but I'm opposed to this.
And then you find out you were that baby, life for a life.
Wow.
Who is this baby that needs a cannon and an
I mean-
airplane all to know about the vagina?
It's not the baby's fault.
Well,
I'm just wondering who it is.
We just
Yeah.
want to know who it is. I'd like to see at 30 years old, where are they now? Of all the different gender revealed parties, where are these babies now? Like if it's a gender reveal party and somebody died because of it, there's forest fires got started, not too long ago. There was, in 2020, a celebration sparked a deadly wildfire in California that raged across 10,000 acres of land because they wanted to do pink or blue fireworks. So I'd like to see where these babies are 3 decades from now. I'm just curious.
I'd like to see where their parents are because can I?
I hope
okay.
jail.
First of all, it's a sex reveal party, but that would be weird to invite us to that and call
Right.
it that, wouldn't it? The reality of it would
A
be weird.
biological sex reveal party. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that sounds fantastic. Oh, do you want to
And-
know sex baby? Like
Call it
just-
an anatomy reveal party.
Yeah, it's very weird. And then I think if we're going to have a gender reveal party, let's have it at 12, 13,
Let's let the kid make the decision themselves, and that's the gender reveal party when the human whose gender it is reveals it to you.
otherwise
Imagine
we're
you-
just revealing its crotch,
Mhm.
folks.
Mm.
Imagine
Crotch
you
reveal.
name the crotch is pink, and you have all this thing, and then your kid goes, "Actually, I think I'm a blue." And it's like, ugh, people are dying for nothing.
You know what? It should be like a bachelor or bachelorette party. You know how there's like dick straws and things like that. Let's be realistic about what we're doing. We're getting together and going a dick on your baby. Yay!
In the third infamous incident, an Australian family set their car ablaze in 2019 thanks to special tires designed to blow blue smoke to announce their baby boy.
Okay. This
You-
is not a way to have a baby at all. Does anybody know how to have a baby?
Do you want your tires to smoke? That's like the last part of the car that you want. That's where the tires. Yeah. No thanks.
I'm reading
You
here
want-
about baby cams, baby monitors being hacked, and parents are saying that people they can hack anything that takes Wi-Fi. You're not paying attention. They're actually talking to your baby.
Who's saying this? Why is this happening?
A mom was horrified to discover her kid's bedroom monitors were hacked by total strangers who talked to her child at night.
What do they say?
Kieran Adele claimed that her family's Owlet, OWLET, baby monitors were compromised. Other parents said they have Owlet and those been compromised as well. I've noticed over the past couple of weeks to a couple of months, it doesn't say how old the kid is. He's been unplugging his camera. When she tried to turn to her husband, asking him to plug it back in, their child began to cry. He's like, I don't want my camera plugged in. I don't want my camera plugged in. Someone talks to me at night and it scares me. Someone wakes me up and talks to me and I'm scared. I don't want my camera plugged in.
Wow.
And if they were anything like my parents, they'd be like, okay, we'll deal with this later. We're late for the party. Okay, bye.
Right.
That kid is the smartest kid in all of these stories.
Mhm.
The mom said she and her husband didn't speak to their child through the Owlet monitors, which use Wi-Fi. When the couple went to change the password online, they received a notification that login credentials had appeared in a data link, potentially compromising their account. She says, if you're able to get rid of your Wi-Fi cameras because there have been data breaches, data leaks, and people are hacking into, if you're able to, get rid of your Wi-Fi because people are hacking into the baby monitors left and right just to mess with people. It's terrifying.
What a weird, like before right now, it was like, oh, we know a lot of ways that people can be maladjusted and unhealthy. And we're like, oh yeah, like you were hurt. And so you hurt other people in different ways. But what happened? What happened to a person to be like, I'm gonna talk to a baby at night.
Right.
That's the crime I'm committing.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, you hacked into something and you're probably just like enjoying hacking, right? Like, I don't know. Is it your intention to scare a baby? Like, is that
Can't you steal money from the government or like move it from some, rich asshole's account to your, like, why, what are you like? I'm not that good yet. I'm just like working on my hacking skills, like starting baby steps. You know what I mean?
The company outlet says our team has reviewed all available data on our end, including firmware, mobile, and server logs, and we're confident there was no suspicious activity.
Ooh,
And that
okay.
the cameras don't have any problems. Then why did it pop up when the woman went to change her password that the account was a high risk of compromise? So there is compromising. That's why you put that feature in your app.
Yeah,
To go,
'cause-
hey, something's going on, because stuff does go on.
It's so funny, like, historically, long before the days of Wi-Fi, kids would be like, a monster in my closet. Oh no, under the bed. And you're like, don't worry about it. There's no way that's possible. And they're like, voices speaking to me in the night. And you're like, guess it could be. I don't know.
Right. We encourage users to change their passwords regularly. Oh, that's a good. I'm going to change my baby monitor password regularly. It's really worth it. And if they receive a pop-up from iOS or Android about a potential data link, change your password immediately. So it happens. The same thing happened with our Owlet camera, said another mom. I was walking past my son's room and I heard someone telling him to calm down, buddy. It's okay.
Well, that sounds nice. Hey, I'm just a strange voice from the ether. I'm not either of the two people that you know, your mom, your dad, or your two dads, or your two moms, or however many parents of whatever genders you have.
He's
But,
woke. He's a
I'm
woke
just-
creep.
Yeah. Look, I'm just a different guy. I'm just trying to calm you down.
What if it's like, oh, I hacked into this. Oh, good. I get to test my children's album. Here we go. It's nighttime. Why aren't you sleeping?
This exact situation happened to us, somebody else said, and our outlet went straight in the trash, immediately switched to infant optics. Household cameras such as Rings have allegedly been hacked in years past. One family who used a Nest camera supposedly heard a prankster threatening to kidnap their baby.
I think we figured it out. Who benefits from this? Infant Optics. They are the ones who are sending spies and being like, hack into the owlets. And then you're like, oh man, owlet. That's the one that's vulnerable. So
I was in the room, so I wasn't using it. I called my husband, this other person says, asked if he was watching it, and he wasn't. I opened and closed the app as well, and it was still on. I have no idea how long this has been going on. I'm super spooked by it. It's like a regular thing.
That's terrifying.
man, if this keeps up, people are going to have to like spend more time with their babies.
Even in the middle of the night.
Yeah. I mean, babies used to sleep in the room with the parents for like most of history, I feel like. But,
For how long?
I mean, it used to be that people just lived in one room. So
We used to not have escalators.
yeah, that's true, but I don't think that's
Yeah.
related to this.
I
You know,
don't.
humans are the only animal that can pay rent.
I think a dolphin could.
If you
I
really
think they
wanted
choose
to.
not to. I heard about a dolphin that was trained to like get litter out of its enclosure, and it would get paid in fish every time it gave like a piece of paper. So the dolphin started ripping pieces of paper in half so that it would get double the money. So I think a dolphin like that could pay rent.
I think it is being rent.
Right. A Canadian real estate agent was caught on one of these, cameras you have in your house.
Ooh, could we guess?
Sure.
Fucking.
No.
No. Ooh, using someone's vibrator.
Talking to a baby.
Talking to a baby.
Trying to have a
Making
baby with anal sex. Yeah.
Sicker than all these. Drank milk out of the person's carton.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So he was caught on camera taking a gallon of milk out of the fridge, drinking it, and then putting it back.
What was he to the family?
He is the real estate agent. They're the sellers.
All right.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't.
Death penalty?
Do you ever think about doing these in the other order? What if that one was first? Can you believe it? These people don't know how a baby works. This person knows how to scare a baby with a voice from nowhere. And this guy drank some milk. I mean, as a vegan, I appreciate it. I think it's horrendous. But
slapped with a $15,000 fine after home surveillance footage captured him going into the client's fridge between showings and putting the milk container to his lips and drinking it.
I have a question.
Yes.
Who's drinking milk like that? But go ahead.
Psychopaths. You see on the movies, it's always the bad guys drinking milk. Right?
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, bad guys drink milk.
No Country for Old Men, milk drinker. A Clockwork Orange, the milk bar. It really shows you're a certain kind of person in movies if you drink milk. And this guy's a psychopath as well.
Ooh, question. Who drinks the milkshakes? Is it the good guys or also the bad guys? Something to think about for those of you who go to movies.
My sincere question is he was hit with a $15,000 fine. Who receives that money?
The cow. It belonged to the cow.
Like sincerely, because like a fine sounds like you're paying the government, right? But it's the people who were violated. Like, do they get any of the money?
I wonder about that too, because a lot of people get fined and stuff. Where does that go? Do we all share it once it goes to the government? Like if a company is fined, for like the company sometimes is fined millions and millions of dollars. What does that do?
It says that also he had to pay almost $2,000 in enforcement expenses. So that would go to the police or the government. So maybe the other money went to the family.
Okay. All right. Would you have someone drink your milk out of the container
for
a month
$15,000
without knowing? So you definitely drank from it. And then boom, you get $15,000 at the end of the month when they reveal it.
It's tough.
How about 10,000, but you never tell me they drank from?
No, 15,000.
Keith, why is that better?
I don't want to know.
I mean,
it's like,
to me,
windfall.
To me, it's more about the hygienics of it.
Sure.
How about he sells my house anyway, no commission?
Well, sure. That's a better deal. The realtor, Myq Rose, had been waiting for a potential buyer at the client's house. Then he began poking around the fridge. Then he picked up the family's milk jug, grabbed it, took a sip straight from the container before placing it back.
And it's a jug. That's
How mu-
hard.
How much would he have gotten charged or fined if he put it in a glass?
That's what you're talking about, hygienics, and it seems to make a big difference, I'll tell you. But anyway, a Ring camera set up for her children in the living room caught him in the act.
Oh, yeah. It was actually a creep who was trying to talk to the kids who were like, hey, that guy's drinking their milk. Hey, that's not your milk, buddy.
Is he drinking so much milk that they had to review tape? Or did her kids fuck up and she reviews tape?
They must have just reviewed the tape because they want to see what's going on in their house when they're not there.
Yeah, I think you get excited if you have one of those cameras in your house, you get excited like, oh, what's up?
Oh, I guess because you know someone is in your house and they're looking through it because he's selling the house. I just want don't you start wondering about what's in your fridge that your guest, I'm calling him a guest loosely for now, your guest is picking milk? Like speaking of interns, we've had interns because usually our studio is in a place where there's a refrigerator and there's, it used to be in our home, and our interns have later revealed that they would like sneak food from the fridge and stuff, even though we offered them all the food, sneak food from the fridge, take a snack to go, whatever it is. And I'm like, all right, you could have just said I'm taking it, but it felt weird. But so if they would have taken milk, I feel like I would have been sad about, so you don't like my cooking. So nothing, not even the cheese, not even like a cookie.
He was thirsty. Yeah.
Milk.
I mean, yeah, I'm with you. I'm not a milk drinker, but almond milk. Yeah.
2 days later, they saw the guy, and the mom asked him if he'd like to share anything about the previous visit.
Okay.
And the guy answered, the milk. Boom! Death penalty. You don't accidentally drink somebody's milk. A. B. You knew it was wrong because you went, oh, the milk.
But then did he say he wouldn't just reveal he drank from the jug? Is he drinking that much that you can tell? It's
Rose,
a jug. How much are you drinking milk? How is your stomach even handling that?
Although I have apologized directly to the homeowners, I know that actions like this are not quickly forgiven nor easily forgotten.
Oh my God, carry a snack.
I will be spending the next few weeks considering my actions, better understanding why I would do this, and working to ensure this kind of behavior never occurs again. Well, I hope you work hard on it. I hope you take a couple classes and you really struggle in maybe a 12-step program.
That sounds like he went online and Googled how to apologize. That's not like, it doesn't even the kind of person who would decide to do that. Like he doesn't have access to, he's like, oh yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know, man. What could you,
right. Like if I was a milk jug drinker from somebody else's house and you caught me, I'd be like, well, this is embarrassing and I need to go think about my life. Excuse me. You're right. Thank you.
There's this old joke of like a guy comes home in the middle of the night after having an affair, sleeping with someone else, and he sneaks in and he sleeps downstairs or whatever it is. He's there early in the morning, and the wife is like, "Hey, where were you last night?" And he's like, "Oh, like I got in late, so I like slept in the hammock. I didn't want to wake you, so I slept in the hammock outside." And she's like, "We actually took the hammock down 2 weeks ago." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna stand by my story." So he's just like, I slept in the hammock. So I feel like that's the only thing that guy could have been like, "I didn't drink the milk." And they're like, "We have video of you drinking the milk." He's like, I don't know that must be fake. There's no way that could be me. Like, who would do that? Not me.
I think somebody hacked your monitor. Yeah. He should be punished based on his apology. Because his apology says it is the end of the world and he did it anyway.
He's gonna spend a few weeks. What a weird time frame. I'm gonna think about this for a few weeks. I'm gonna think about this guy sporadically for the rest of my life, I think.
I'll be spending the next few weeks considering my actions, better understanding why I would do this. Because you wanted milk. and working to ensure this kind of behavior never occurs again. It's a real struggle. The company has suspended him until further investigation.
He's going to work to ensure that this kind of behavior, that's like the kind of thing like that your boss would say, like, or the head of a company, like, we're so sorry, like, that one of our employees did this. And this guy's like, I'm so sorry that a person that is me did this thing. Like, well, I don't know, like, who is responsible for me and my actions, but we're going to get to the bottom of this one of these days.
And the mom says, we sold the house pretty quickly after that, which is great, because the new people can go on and have new memories there, and we don't have to stick with the memories of what happened.
Okay. Oh my God.
I like it. Fuck them.
Okay. You know what this says to me about that family? What a great life you're leading. Congratulations.
Imagine how many realtors haven't gotten caught, like, having sex or, like jerking off in a home that they're selling. Like, yeah, I mean, Myq I don't feel like this is the gravest of offenses. It's very curious about this man's psyche and his nature. Why, like, truly, why?
He's taking a few weeks to figure that out. You could see how confused he is if you're that confused.
Hopefully there'll be a follow-up article in a few weeks. Yeah, I want to know more about this than
it
those
has to
babies.
do something with breastfeeding for too long or something. Like he
or not
really
long
figures
enough.
it out. Yeah. He misses his mommy. I don't know. Like, what could you be figuring this out?
Jugs. It's in a jug.
I like to think he's drinking it. Then, okay, one more sip. Okay, one more sip. Next thing you notice, he looks at the carton. It's 3/4 done. So he starts filling it up with water. That's even worse.
I know it's like you kind of hope the milk was laced with vodka or something, that he just kept going for it, or it was Vicodin laced milk or something. I never met anyone who likes milk this much or doesn't know how to remember a snack the next time.
A study done at Clemson University showed that milk drunk directly from the container has 8 times the number of bacteria floating in it versus milk being poured into cups. And milk drunk straight from the container spoils faster.
Oh, I guess because you're no matter what, you have backwash.
Yeah, I mean, you put your mouth is like one of the dirtiest parts of your body.
You don't say that.
Yeah.
I go to the dentist now, Myq.
Oh,
okay, I have bills.
Now.
Especially at first couple's mouths that were trying to make a baby. It's fucking disgusting.
Her mouth's fine, probably.
Probably.
No, he convinced her of other shit. Don't worry about it.
All right, here's a fun one.
No, now I'm nervous.
This is first I amp you up about people stealing babies, and now I'm gonna send you home on a nice smooth sail ride. Hell, Poland, HEL. Gets complaints from Christian groups because of a bus service. The bus number is 666.
666 to hell. That's nice.
They say the bus has devilish intentions. This is not going to help with Polish jokes, guys. Come on. What are you doing?
I mean, I don't think the Polish people are the ones causing the trouble here.
Right.
You think it's the devil?
I mean, it sounds like it's the Christians.
There's Polish Christians too. The local bus operator changed the route number from 666 to 669. Great, now it's a sex bus. Oh boy.
I love this. This and what about the children is so hilarious to me. You know, when people are like,
right.
I got to make something out of this because it reminds me of something else. Quick, I have nothing else to complain about. Let's do something about this.
This is like in a horror movie, and they got to check the microfiche and be like, wait a minute, 669, it used to be 666. It's the demon bus.
It's pretty funny that they did just change it. They're like, we'll just turn one of the 6s upside down. That'll probably help everyone out. But I mean, even like the word hell, probably in Poland. I mean, is it the same word? Does it mean the same thing? Like, does it refer to the English word hell as well?
That would be strange.
I mean, it happens sometimes, but it's like,
Pennsylvania.
But if you want to go that far, then add an O, and we're saying hello in our language. So,
Whoa.
but what if what if the children can't see the O and then they're just looking at hell?
Yeah.
They've been receiving complaints from Christian groups for nearly 10 years. Finally doing something about it.
Wow.
I am convinced that there were tourists, this person says, a Facebook user, who would probably get there faster on the train, the service, but they took the bus 666 because it's fun. This guy gets it. That would be a hoot.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a great tourist attraction. The 666 bus to hell.
Catholic group Fronda said the bus's route number was, quote, spreading anti-Christian propaganda. Hell is the negation of humanity, right? It is eternal death and suffering, the group wrote. You can only laugh at this reality if you simply don't understand what it is. The number of the beast.
Yeah, I think I don't understand what it is, and that's why I can laugh at this reality.
Oh man, I feel like when you take it seriously, you already are in hell, and that really actually is what hell is.
I think you're
as
right.
real. Yeah.
I think you're right, Hamda.
They're complaining for 10 years. If that's not hell, I don't know. Like, how much can you call a company and go, it's hot in here, turn on the AC, you know? Okay.
Right.
You guys, I'm not going to go to heaven unless you change that number. Please think about the children.
I could picture my dad looking at the bus and sighing like, can no one see it?
Right, because your dad never had anything to do. And that's
Right.
the rest of these people.
Right.
What did your dad do on a Monday?
Yell at me.
Okay. And then when he was done, that's why he had 5 children.
Then he
ate
took
all
a nap.
day. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a lot.
He yelled at us, blamed us that he had to take aspirin because of a headache the yelling gave him, and then would take a nap.
Otherwise, he was a spry chicken, right?
Right.
Otherwise, he was just mowing the lawn and
I slowed him
cleaning
down.
the house.
Right. I want to talk about Myq Kaplan's new book. Do you mind, Mike?
Oh, yeah, it's actually kind of private.
Okay.
No. Okay, I'll make an exception. Thank you, Keith. I would love
Thank
to
you.
talk about this book.
Explain it. It's called Heart Brain Art Train.
Yeah, for people who are watching, I'm holding it up. For people who aren't, you can go to my website, MyqKaplan.com, or Ramin Nazer's website, RaminNazer.com. He is an artist. He has created a lot of wonderful art for me over the years, my podcast logos and some headshots. And so I've written some jokes and he has illustrated them. Like there's this one, the very first page is a lady holding a baby, and the caption is new life, who dis?
So that's funny. Does he get random like text in the middle of the night? It's like, all right, can you draw something with this? Like your job's kind of easy. Do you guys split 50-50? Because your job's kind of fucking easy.
Look, Keith, I do as much work as he does because the book started in 2018. I was like, Ramin, would you like to make a book where you illustrate my jokes? And I did pay him for that. So but most of the work that I did was putting the jokes in a spreadsheet and then emailing Ramin once a month or so and being like, do we have a book yet? And he would say, almost. And I think in the first, immediately he came up with 3. And I was like, that's great. What a good start. And then 5 years later, he did the other 75. And
it takes a while.
It was wonderful. So yeah, I'll show. Here's one other that I showed you earlier, and it's there's a picture there, and it says, "If you love something, set it free." And there's a little picture of a guy letting a bird out of a cage, and then also, if something doesn't spark joy, set it free. And there's a guy throwing a book into a box, and then it says, "So whether you like it or don't, get rid of it." And then there's a guy throwing a garbage can full of everything off of a cliff.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm so excited to have it a physical thing that I like. I'll sell it at shows and they're available at our websites, but it's just I love Ramin's art. So if nothing else, follow him. He has a bunch of other books as well. This
is the person who inspired my tattoo. I have, if you look close, this is a question mark, and inside it has that brain art that he does on I think his main brand is
his
that
Rainbow
brain.
Brain Skull is
Yeah.
is
So I
his
put the
podcast,
rainbow-
and yeah.
I put the rainbow brain skull into the question mark because I like his art so much. And every time I follow him on Instagram, every time I see a post, I'm like, oh, reading Instagram. And I get so excited because I have my glasses and I go through the entire set. There's usually about 10 of them in there. And every single one is good. And just when you think like, I'm so annoyed with this toxic positivity. He gets like onto the line of toxic positivity and then just gets like regular positive with the negative, showing you just the reality of life in such a cute way. And that's this book, you guys. Put it on your table and seem smart.
Yeah, you'll seem smart if you have a book on your table, even if it's a picture book, even if it's full of jokes, even if it's this book, you'll seem real smart. And yeah, I agree 100%. I feel like Ramin himself is, sick and tired of toxic positivity. He'll be like, here's a positive message, and then he'll be like, ugh, positive message. Whoa, oh, of course. Well, another guy who doesn't know anything telling you stuff. Is that what you want? You're like, that is what I want.
Exactly.
I want this guy who doesn't know anything to tell me stuff or show me stuff with those pictures. So beautiful.
I have somebody in my life that's like, hope you have a great day. I'm like, okay. How was your day? I don't know, a day. How would it go?
Keith, you don't like when people ask, how was your day?
I don't think so.
What about how are you? How are you okay?
How are you? You know what? It's all a trick, so I asked them.
What
Yeah.
if I
Just tell me what happened to your day. How about that? Did you have a fantastic day? Oh, it's fantastic. Now I'm thinking about it. No, it wasn't that fucking good. Thanks for bringing it up.
Can I help?
No. Thanks for understanding.
Thank you for thinking about it. I do.
Can anyone help, Keith?
No.
No. You just have the toxic part of the toxic positivity life.
Have a great week. And I'm like, I promise I will. Promise.
I thought you're generally happy, Keith. I thought isn't that part of your thing, that you're okay, that you're fine?
Yeah. So what is with the weird questions?
I mean, it seems like if you're this able to be thrown off kilter, that the idea you just said that your day was bad. It's always
I'm
This is his
fine, but
kilter.
apparently I'm supposed to be fucking having fireworks daily, and I'm not. Now that I think about it, I guess I'm not too good.
Oh, so it's when people make you think about your day that it becomes bad.
Yeah,
it was
let me just
good.
live my day. It was good. It was fine. It was a day. I ate. I finished the TV show. I did Keith and the Girl. I met a new guest. It's a day.
What TV show? Oh, it's not today. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
The beer, was it everything you hoped it would be? I don't know. Sometimes good, sometimes it's drag. It's a show. What does shows do where you live? That's what it did to me.
Oh, are there any shows that were good the whole time?
Sopranos.
All right, nice.
Even the end, I hate to bring it up.
No. Now that I think about it,
So
it's just a show.
Don't think about anything too much.
I try
Stop
not
asking him
to.
questions.
These positive people force it down my fucking throat.
Yeah, how are you is really tough.
It's not even how are you though.
Yeah, that's
It's hope you have the best life ever this next hour. And it's like, well, how would I do that?
Keith, I can't wait to say whatever I'm going to say to you at the end of this episode. I can't.
And I wish you even more.
I'm really excited about it.
I think that, Keith, the only way that you could see how are you as a sign of friendship is if it means what's up, and then it's not a question. You just go, what's up with you? And then that's the end of the conversation. It just means hello. How are you?
Right.
Oh, hello to you too.
Kyle was doing what does she do for a living? Trainer. She was training somebody, physically and not mentally, but that probably goes with it, I guess. And I go, all right, have fun. And she goes, I won't. I'm like, I think I love you. Because why would you? Why would you have fun training? You do it for free.
Yeah,
they have to pay you.
People want to do stuff. People want to say stuff. Like I have a I have a friend who like goes to, like I feel like in the activism world, where if you're going to like an action that is, motivated to fight racism, fight sexism, fight transphobia, like it doesn't make sense to say like, hey, have a good time, right? Because you're not there to have a good time.
They have an easy fast.
Yeah, have a meaningful time. Like there are other things that you can say, like I'm going to a funeral. Well, I hope it's not fun. Like I can understand, Keith, that you're upset when people they're just using these volunteer phrases, these sentences that just they've said before, and they're like, I'll say it again, instead of meeting you where you are in the moment, exactly right here. You want to be seen and heard. You want to be understood. I mean,
I go like I'm gonna go eat now, and these kinds of people like, I hope the meal is very enjoyable to you. Well, how could it be that fucking good? It's a meal, but sure. And I'm sorry, and you as well. You'll have to eat, so may yours be exquisite.
Sounds like you're having fun with that. That's fun to.
I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
This is why Keith doesn't travel. He's like,
right.
Where am I gonna go?
Wherever you go.
What's gonna happen when I get there?
I'm sick of people telling me have a good flight. Well, that's like getting out of surgery and the doctor going, you did well. I'm like, oh, thank you. Have a good flight. Okay, I hope it's great. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to be crowded with other people next to me. A couple people will be coughing while I'm reading news about COVID, and I'll have to wake somebody up when I need the bathroom. It's going to be a real good flight.
You prefer to sit on the window as opposed to the aisle? Is that or just you get?
I like the aisle so I don't bother people.
Yeah, that's so you don't want to bother people. You want to be bothered.
I don't want to be bothered, but right now I'm making the most of it by making money off it.
You'd rather be no, I'm saying on the plane. On the plane, right. You'd rather not bother people. You'd rather them bother you than you bother them.
Yeah, in my apartment, I don't mind if I have a loud neighbor, as opposed to vice versa. Yeah,
you'd rather. Yeah, I feel like that's we've gotten to the core of your being.
I'm a good guy.
You'd rather be bothered. Yeah, like some people couldn't be bothered, but you're like, I'll be bothered. Yeah, but you're bothered for a living.
So you can bother me, but don't use positive words to bother me. Use bad words to bother me.
They could say, excuse me.
Hope your flight crashes like that. You'd rather that.
They're like, hey, go get them. The flight.
I'm gonna have some lunch. Go get them.
I hope your transfers are fantastic. Well, thank you. Do I owe you a gift now? Like, I feel like I owe these people now. I think that maybe that's what bothers me. And now I have to send them a card because they wish me the greatest fucking day daily.
I love it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
The rules of being Keith's friend.
Do you know what I mean now?
Yes.
It says, everybody breathe. I know they're probably doing it to cover something up. Who knows the fuck what? But come on, relax. It's a TV show. It's a meal. It's a plane ride. It's fine.
Can I, no matter what you tell me, like, I'm boarding a plane, can I just answer thoughts and prayers every time? That seems to be appropriate no matter what.
I like that.
Children die, thoughts and prayers. Right. The devil is coming, thoughts and prayers.
I just like to briefly dwell on this one thing that Keith said that I'm going to put more meaning into than is appropriate. Yes. But you know have you heard this idea that we see the world not as it is, but as we are? Like when we project because we don't know truly what's going on inside anyone else.
I think people are too nice unnecessarily because I'm too nice.
Yeah, I think you are very nice.
Sense. That makes
and also,
sense.
You did just say these people they're covering something up. They're hiding something. So I'm just curious, what are you covering up? What are you hiding?
You know what? I'm going to take a couple weeks.
So nice.
I'm going to take a couple weeks to focus on it and see where I'm going wrong.
Yeah,
Myq. Next time you're on, can you re-ask the question so he has time to think about it?
Yeah.
All right, look, I hope this book brings you great joy to
Oh
anyone who
no!
has
What's it gonna bring? Is it gonna bring great joy? How can it's a book? It's a book.
It's a wonderful book. It's a beautiful book.
I tell you what, buy the book, and if it doesn't give you great joy, you throw it out, like the book says.
Yeah, that's great. And then buy another one. See if it was as much as you want.
Throw it out New York style. Put it on your stoop. Somebody will pick it up.
Oh, absolutely.
Throw it out. Have a great walk to the subway train. Okay, I will.
Did you, Mike? Did you ever hear about my Keith's travel channel idea?
Oh,
he goes,
no.
He goes to places.
He goes to places. That's really it.
Yeah.
Someone who's talking about the beauty of Greece. I Google it. Everything's white. Who gives a shit? And then goes top 10 things to see: feta cheese, a clock tower, another clock tower.
This is a great
idea. A windmill. I'm like, who gives a shit? And then there's Israel. That's all brown. Like, at least have some color.
Keith's travel channel. This is an amazing TikTok video. He doesn't go anywhere. He just Googles places, looks at pictures, describes them, and you don't have to go.
Yeah, don't go.
You don't even have to Google.
I'll tell you.
Yeah. Let Keith Google that for you.
Actually, it's
very white, and you just saved $2,000.
Keith, this is a good idea.
Don't you think we should do this?
I really do.
I have a lot of ideas. I get it. We can't just, pull the trigger on all of them.
This is so simple.
Keith cooking channel. That was going to be a thing.
The show's called Have a Great Day.
I think it should be called Go Get 'Em.
What could the poll be, Chenda, where it's about this? Like, are people like a little too much?
What if it's? Take something like, how does have a great day make you feel? Good or bad?
How about this? The poll is this. Ready? Have a great day. And then the answers are
yes or
fuck
no.
you and thanks.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's almost like they're setting you up. It's almost like
I'm not getting tricked or thank you.
You're about to win a game of pool, and the person you're playing against goes, "You got it, easy shot." What did you just do?
Yeah, I think that is different, and I agree with you on it 100%. But yeah, have a great day. Oh, you're not gonna get me that easy.
Yeah, like a nice try. We'll see.
Yeah, have a great day. Nice try.
I feel like I had to plan yesterday for today.
You're not in charge of my day. I'll have a day that I want to have. I'll have it how I want to have it. You don't have any influence over my day.
Are you having a good day? It's 11 a.m. Who the fuck would know?
Who would know if I'm having a great day at 11 a.m. And at 11 p.m., how was my day? It's over. Why do I want to think about it anymore?
I go mind blowing. The day was mind blowing that I don't even know where to start. Like, I check the papers. Am I in there? Then it's just a regular day.
Check the papers. Did I not know how to make a baby? Did I shoot a cannon at a plane that I didn't need to do? Did I drink somebody's milk secretly? Did I? The other one drive a bus to hell? Yeah.
You could say, if it's later on in the day, you could say what you do today, but not, was it a fantastical day?
What did you do today?
That you may ask.
Oh, okay.
We found it.
You can't say like, what'd you do today? Was it great? You can't do that.
No.
Was it a great day? Unless it's a trick to make me sad. Was the grilled cheese exquisite in your mouth? Yay.
Exquisite.
All right. Look, you want to get this book. It'll bring you fucking joy. That's what we need now more than ever, if you ask me. Where do people get the book at, Mike?
MyqKaplan.com or RaminNazer.com. Also, may I add that at MyqKaplan.com, my tour dates are there, including some dates this week in Wisconsin and Minnesota. Particularly, there's a few shows that I'd I'd love to sell more tickets for all of the shows, but this Friday in International Falls, Minnesota, and this Sunday in Janesville, Wisconsin. But I've got a few other ones in Bemidji, Eau Claire, and Chippewa Falls as well. 5 chances this week in WI and MN, which I'm calling my Women Be Shopping for Myq Kaplan Tickets show tour.
I hope every show is perfect, but each day is better than the next. That's what I hope for you.
Nice try, Keith, and a successful try. You did it, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I'm begging you. Please, may all the words come out of your brain and out of your mouth seamlessly. Please. Please, Myq. May all the talents you have work magically and the microphone doesn't fuck up. Please.
You know, I understand that you're doing a wonderful joke, and it still does make me feel good. I understand that you're making fun of the very kind of person that you're pretending to be, and yet to me, you are that person. Just
sometimes
be sarcastic.
a song is still a song. I could still enjoy the melody.
Oh yeah, I love it.
How was this last hour for you, Myq?
I hope it was so good, Myq. Please, was it a hilarious, fantastic hour?
I loved it. I love it still. I love that even at the very end of it, there's a curiosity of where did you get that megaphone? Why do you have it? Did you do it for this moment? Was it all planned to make me feel as good as possible? 'Cause it did.
Oh, this is going to be some poll. Myq Kaplan, check him out. You'll love him. You know you do, of course. KeithAndTheGirl.com/Myq Kaplan, MYQ Kaplan. You can see all the times he's been on. About 90. He's fantastic.
And thank you so much for having me. And I'll leave it at this. Go get him.
Beautiful.
Katana says she has your book, so just saying, she says she loves it.
Hey, thank
Loves
you.
it.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
it's so great. Great. Thank you guys for listening live. If you are still listening live, if you're the ones right here, please click all the buttons in front of you. Literally,
and please
all
have
of
a
them.
good click the buttons. Have a great evening. Have a great evening tonight.
Yeah, I love it too. I love it too.
The best sleep. Have the best, most comfortable sleep tonight.
Ooh, you should
Thoughts
also
and
do
prayers.
nighttime meditations.
Yes. Have the best dreams, okay?
Have the
This is what-
softest mattress.
You should break into people's Google devices so you get adults and go, "Oh, you're not sleeping, buddy. I hope you have the best sleep. Just try closing your eyes."
Yeah. Count sheep if you want. There's one. There's another one.
I hope you have the smallest fence that the sheep can jump over. I wish that for you. May they be so fluffy. In another word of sheep.
Honestly, I'm writing this idea down. I'm sorry, people. I have
The
a
travel show and
I like
this.
it.
I
Yeah,
really
I
think you got a lot.
Where, I wasn't going to go with the travel show, but just so you know, you guys convinced me today. Okay, thank you. I'm going to take us offline.